Good morning, PASW Remington. Happy Tuesday. We have traveled back in time to 1975, and I am in the office lobby. So we have couches and the linoleum floor. We're going to imagine this is the casting director office of Diane Crittenden. Diane Crittenden. Imagine this is her office for our Tuesday trivia. Today our summer blockbuster Tuesday trivia. Very special summer blockbuster Tuesday trivia. So we're in the office of Diane Crittenden, and she has called in a bunch of young actors and actresses to be for a brand new film called Star Wars. If that's like today, guys, I found some vintage footage of some auditions for the first Star Wars movie. So it would be a really cool thing to see where Tuesday Trivia Summer Blockbuster Series, a little special today. So we're gonna do that, but before we do that, we have to move it and groove it. Let's move it and groove it to a couple of songs you probably would have heard in 1975. Pretty good. We moved a little slower today, but that's okay, guys. I think when again music impacts our emotions and our mood, so sometimes I like just to move a little bit slower, just play all kinds of music, and guys keep on sending me what you want to hear for some of the other days. Alright? Cool. Alright guys, so like I said, here in the lobby, imagining we're in the office of Diane Crittenden, Crittenden, I believe it's pronounced. She was a big casting director, and she's cast many films. One of the films she cast was Star Wars, where she auditioned a bunch of young actors like Bobby Benson, Kurt Russell. What? Like, they weren't in Star Wars. No, they weren't, but they auditioned. I think it'd be so cool to look at some of these vintage auditions of some of the stars that the young actors of today that did audition for this new film by George Lucas. The new film, a new science fiction film with its characters Princess Leia, Han Solo, and Luke Skywalker. So let's take a look at these vintage auditions, having a little fun with our Tuesday trivia.
Fear is their greatest defense. I doubt if the actual security there is much greater than on Aquilai or Sullus, and what there is most likely directed towards a large-scale assault.
This is not a game, you know.
Well, how many more systems have to get blown away before you have no place to hide and are forced to fight? Don't you realize what's going on?
Kid, you take the glory and the good intentions. I'll take the reward.
Fear is their greatest weapon.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Okay, good. No, I mean, it's impossible. No one would venture anywhere near Alderaan. I'm a freebooter, not a revolutionary. You're aboard the wrong ship, son.
Maybe the fact that no one would go there voluntarily could help us.
Well, all the data banks in R2 are still secure.
Well, and I think that we're due the reward that you offered. Can we start again?
Yes.
Forgive me, I was not quite ready.
We are still. So I hid it in R2 and sent him off.
Well, where are you taking us now?
The fourth moon of Yavin. I've given the core destroy an entire system. Our only hope in destroying it is to find its weakness, which we shall determine from the data I've stored in R2. We captured the plans on a raid on the Imperial shipyards, but we fell under attack before I could get the data to safety. So I hid it in this R2 unit and sent him off.
And where are you taking us now, anyway?
The fourth moon of Yavin. I've given the coordinates to Chewbacca.
This is not a game, you know.
Look. How many more systems have to get blown apart before you have to hide and come out of hiding and forced to fight? I mean, don't you realize what's going on?
Kid, you take the glory and the good intentions. Save the reward for me.
Fear is their greatest defense.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Look at the camera, Robbie, and say your name and your age.
Robbie Benson, age 20.
When were you 20?
Today.
All the data banks in R2 are still secure.
Well, and I think we ought to have the reward you were talking about. And I hope it'll be substantial, considering what we've been through already.
When R2 has been safely delivered to my forces, you get your reward. You have my guarantee.
What's the little droid carrying that's so important?
The plans and specifications to a battle station with enough firepower to destroy an entire system. Our only hope in destroying it is to find its weakness, which we will determine from the data I stored in R2. But we captured the plans in a raid on the Imperial shipyards. But we fell under attack before I could get the data to safety, so I hid it in this R2 unit and sent him off.
And where are you taking us now?
Fourth moon of Yavin.
Fourth moon of Yavin.
I've given the coordinates to Chewbacca.
You have. Don't you understand? They let us go. They're gonna follow us. They want to find your hidden bases. They're gonna destroy the entire system.
I know they'll follow.
You know.
And they'll bring the Death Star. But our only hope is to destroy it before it destroys us. Look, hiding is useless now. With the Death Star, they'll continue to go on destroying systems until they found us. We have no alternative but to process the information and use it while there's still time.
Look at the camera and say your name and your age.
Carrie Fisher, 19.
Okay. Okay, move on.
The databanks in the R2 unit are still secure.
Well, then I figure that we're due the reward you offered. And I hope it'll be substantial, considering what we've been through already.
When R2's been safely delivered to my forces, you get your reward. Got my guarantee.
What's the little droid carrying that's so blasted important?
The plans and specification to a battle station with enough firepower to destroy an entire system. Our only hope in destroying it is to find its weakness, which we will determine from the data I fed to this R2 unit. We captured the plans in a raid on the Imperial shipyards, but we fell under attack, so I fed the data to the R2 unit and sent him off.
And where are you taking us now, anyway?
Fourth moon of Yavin.
Fourth moon of Yavin.
I gave the information to Chewbacca.
Don't you understand? They let us go. They're gonna follow us. They want to find your hidden bases. They'll destroy the entire system. What?
I know they'll follow. And they'll bring the Death Star.
R2 are still secure.
Great. Well, then I figure we're due the reward you offered. And I hope it's going to be substantial, considering what we've been through already.
When R2 has been safely delivered to my forces, you get your reward. You have my guarantee.
What's the little droid carrying that's so blasted important?
The plans and specifications to a battle station with enough firepower to destroy an entire system. Our only hope in destroying it is to find its weakness, which we will determine from the data I stored in R2.
You can't find Organa Major?
I found it. It just ain't there.
Organa Major's been destroyed.
What's left of it's completely contaminated. Look at those radiation readouts. It's impossible. I've never seen anything like it.
What's going on?
The enemy must have gotten here first.
The planet's completely blown away.
Look, I brought you here, so what now?
We'll just have to find the rebels. What we're carrying belongs to them.
Yeah, their bases are very well hidden. I mean, all the power of the Empire can't find them. Do you know where they are? Yeah, well, I'm not going to take you on any impossible search across the galaxy. Look, I was paid to bring you here, and now you're here.
Well, we have to find the rebels. What we're carrying belongs to them.
Well, their bases are very well hidden. Do you know where they are?
No, not anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to take you on any impossible search across the galaxy. Look, I was only paid to get you here, and you're here, so I'll just take my other 5,000, and I'll be on my way. You're on your own.
No, you can't. We've come this far, we have to find them.
Why?
Well, for one reason, we don't have your other 5,000.
Who's going to pay me, then?
I think there's some things that we need to talk about.
Yeah. You know, I'm beginning not to like you. How much do you think she's talking about, anyway?
$1 million at least. If this robot has any information related to the destruction of Organa Major, I'm sure he'll be able to name your price.
Anything I want. That's interesting.
Well, maybe you should just drop us off on the nearest planet. I'm sure we can find someone to take the risk.
All right, you got a ship.
Her to find the hidden bases. How are we going to get to the rebels before she breaks? The Empire beat us here.
She's a member of the royal family. They won't get anything from her. She knows the art of mind control. But she's the only link between us and the hidden bases.
Oh, you're suggesting that we go after her?
Oh, I didn't say that. But it's a logical alternative.
Now, wait a minute. She's on Alderaan. No, that's impossible. Nobody dares venture near the system of Alderaan. I'm freebooter, boy. Not a revolutionary.
Maybe.
You're on the wrong ship.
Maybe the fact that no one would go there voluntarily could help us. I mean, they probably don't think anyone would dare try.
Don't you believe it?
Fear is their greatest defense. The actual security probably isn't any greater than on Aquilae or Celeste.
This is not a game, you know.
How many more systems have to get blown away before you don't have any place to hide and you're forced to fight? I mean, do you realize what's going on?
God, last time I knew you were a producer.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a tough town, isn't it?
Right.
They want to find out where your hidden bases are. They're going to destroy your whole system.
Yeah, I know they're gonna follow, and they're gonna bring the Death Star. But our only alternative is to destroy it before it destroys us, right? Hiding is useless now, okay?
Yeah. Rolling.
Maybe not quite so intense.
Smee.
9, take 2.
You're going to follow us. They want to find out where your hidden bases are, and then they're going to destroy the whole system.
Right, I know they're gonna follow, and they will bring the Death Star. But our only hope is to destroy it before it...
I can?
Okay,
But you
rolling.
won't be able to the next one.
Rolling.
Speed. Difficult for you.
10, take 1.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I better not then.
Okay.
It checks out. There's no mistake on that.
You can't find Organa Major?
Oh, I found it. It's just not there.
Organa Major's been destroyed?
What's left of it is contaminated. Look at that. Look.
Our only hope in destroying it is to find its weakness, which we will determine from the data I stored in R2. We captured the plans in a raid on the Imperial shipyards, but we fell under attack before I could get a chance to send it to safety. So...
On camera, roll 2.
Well, all the data banks in R2 are still secure.
Then I think we're due that reward that you offered us. I mean, and I hope it's substantial after all we've gone through, don't you think?
All the data banks in Little R2 are still secure.
Well, then I think we're due that reward that you promised, don't you think? And I hope it's substantial after all we've gone through.
When Little R2 has been safely delivered to my forces, you'll receive your reward. You have my guarantee.
Well, what's that little droid carrying anyway that's so blasted important? Huh?
The plans and specifications to a battle station with enough firepower to destroy an entire system. Our only hope in destroying it is to find its weakness, which we will determine from the data I stored in R2. We can't...
Oh, camera. Speak. 14, take 1, camera roll 2.
Okay, action.
Checks out again. There's no mistake.
You can't find Organa Major?
I found it. It's just not there.
You mean Organa Major's been destroyed?
What's left of it's contaminated. There it is there. Look at those radiation readouts.
Alright guys, but did you think, wasn't that fun? I mean, can you imagine the actors, they all know those actors that got the part. Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Han Solo went up to and Harrison Ford all went on to have become huge megastars. That was what they call a defining role that changed their lives. Of course, Harrison Ford went on also to be known as Indiana Jones, and then a billion. What was the Air Force? The president? I can't think of the name right now. I think it was Air Force One who played the president. I might be wrong about that one, but I think that was it. But again, I just thought it might be fun for some blockbuster film to just look at these early audition tapes of the stars that went on to be cast in the film, and other shows like Kurt Russell, who was a young child actor audition who did not get cast in that role, but has gone on to have still since the child has had a big, huge career in the industry. So I thought you might enjoy that. I hope you did. Tomorrow we'll be back with our Motivational Wednesday, and let's end it the way we begin it, with a little more moving and grooving. And thank you for joining me today, guys. Love you, miss you. Magic by Pilot. I think that was the one that won the guys. But I may be wrong. So, sorry, Pilot, if I offended you. Never been away, never seen a day great. Leaning on my pillow in the morning. Lazy day in bed, music in my head. Crazy music playing in the morning. Alright guys, love you, miss you. See you tomorrow.